12 hidden signs that tell you are suffering from depression. Life is all about ups and downs. Some days you might feel low and at times you have your high. However, for those who are suffering from depression, it's more than just feelings of temporary sadness. For some people, depression symptoms are so severe that it's obvious something isn't right. Other people feel generally miserable or unhappy without really knowing why. Listed here are few signs that could be possible indication that you or someone you know is suffering from depression. If you identify with several of the following signs, consider visiting a psychologist soon. 1. Feelings of sadness, emptiness or unhappiness. Although feelings of hopelessness are common among individuals with clinical depression, they can be some of the most difficult feelings to experience. This can include feelings of dissatisfaction, failure, and a belief that nothing will get better. People suffering from depression often feel unhappy without any rhyme or reason. 2. Angry outbursts, irritability or frustration, even over small matters. Many people don't realize that low levels of chronic irritability and anger can mask an underlying depression. Constant irritability is also a symptom of depression seen in teenagers and children, one that could be written off as normal growing pains or teenage behavior. 3. Loss of interest or pleasure in normal activities, such as exercise, games or even sex. We all have times when we feel a bit more introverted than usual, but when people have clinical depression, they can lose the sense of pleasure they used to get from their favorite activities or from engaging with others. This isolation can make it harder for friends and loved ones to see the other symptoms of depression a person may be exhibiting, which makes it more difficult to know when a person needs help. 4. Sleep disturbances, including insomnia or sleeping too much. As tired as you may be, if you're depressed you might also have trouble sleeping. Marked changes in sleeping patterns, like insomnia or increased time spent sleeping, is another symptom of clinical depression. 5. Tiredness and lack of energy, so that even small tasks take extra effort. 6. Changes in appetite. Some people either gain or lose weight when they have clinical depression because of their change in appetite. For some, this means an increase in appetite and possibly weight gain as a result. Others lose their appetite and struggle to eat much at all. In either case, a significant change is worth investigating. 7. Anxiety, agitation or restlessness. If you know someone who is always restless or is agitated without a specific reason, it is possible that the person is suffering from depression. Things like excessive worrying, pacing, hand-wringing or an inability to sit still could be one of the major signs of depression. 8. Slowed thinking, speaking or body movements. People who are depressed may eventually become slow thinkers and will take longer to speak even a single sentences. Some might even experience slow body movements. 9. Feelings of worthlessness or guilt, fixating on past failures or blaming yourself for things that are not your responsibility. A feeling of worthlessness or guilt is typically experienced by someone who is suffering from depression, although many people experience occasional feelings of guilt or worthlessness. It's a simple sense that our own worth in this world is of little value in the moment, or that we feel responsible for another's reaction or behavior. It may include unrealistic negative evaluations of one's own worth or guilty preoccupations or ruminations over minor past failings. 10. Frequent thoughts of death, suicidal thoughts, suicide attempts or suicide. This is the most serious symptom of depression. When you're severely depressed, suicidal thoughts can become so prominent, you begin to make a plan for ending your life, as you feel there are no other options. If you are experiencing suicidal thoughts, seek help or tell a trusted person in your life and ask for help. 11. Trouble thinking, concentrating, making decisions and remembering things. It's more often thought of as a symptom of ADHD, but an inability to concentrate or hold focus on one's activities can be a sign of clinical depression. People with clinical depression often have memory issues that can add to their difficulties in maintaining day-to-day activities. 12. Unexplained physical problems, such as back pain or headaches. Yes, depression can literally hurt. There is increasing recognition of the physical symptoms of depression, which include headaches, stomach pain, and back pain. One study found half of patients with depression from around the world reported unexplained physical symptoms. But because these physical symptoms are often vague or have no logical explanation, they can be missed as symptom of depression. Introduce 7-step system that gives you the power to destroy your depression. Link in the description box.